Right now, moves are being made by Wisconsin Republicans to fire the state's election director. A look at today's hearing considered the first step to remove Megan Wolf from her job. Also, Idalia has strengthened into a hurricane expected to make landfall in Florida by morning. How the southeast is now gearing up for another deadly storm. And new information about the driver behind the wheel of a semi who led authorities on a chase for more than 50 miles on the interstate last Friday. You're watching News 3 Now at 5. New information tonight about that wild pursuit of a semi on I-94 last week. A criminal complaint alleges the driver, 47-year-old Michael Jones, out of St. Louis, stole the semi from his former employee shortly after being fired. We've also learned that Jones wasn't alone in that semi cab. A woman with him during the chase told law enforcement he was, quote, flipping out and stole the vehicle while she was trying to get her belongings out. He apparently refused to stop and let her out, with her at one point telling 911 dispatchers she considered jumping from the moving vehicle. The pursuit lasted more than 50 miles in all, starting near Warren's, ending near the Dells. Jones is now in the Juneau County Jail, charged with multiple crimes, including false imprisonment, recklessly endangering safety, and attempting to flee or elude an officer. Some minor damage for Lazy Jane's Cafe on Willie Street after a small electrical fire broke out in the building's rafters last night. Firefighters say they were called out when a manager entered the building and it was filled with smoke. Upon arrival, firefighters found the fire in the ceiling on the second floor and put it out. Fortunately, the business was not open at the time. Damage has been confined to a small area upstairs. And while repairs are underway, Lazy Jane's will be selling out of its bakery just 2 doors down from 7 to 10 each morning. Another comfortable day out there across southern Wisconsin. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti with a look at the first warn forecast.
Yeah, actually, it'll be kind of cool at night. We'll see temperatures dropping into the 40s for tonight and tomorrow night, but don't get used to the cool temperatures. They're going to change by the end of the holiday weekend. Let's start out by taking a look at visible cloud track. There have been some buildups of clouds, especially over eastern Wisconsin, but not much in the way of precipitation. You can see on high-resolution radar a few sprinkles from Dodge County into Jefferson County east of Madison. Those have been drifting toward the south. Those should probably be gone in the next hour or two. Everybody else will stay dry. Last night, low temperatures were pretty comfortable in the middle 60s in Madison, 66 here. To the north and west, temperatures were in the 50s over west central Wisconsin. But current temperatures are in the upper 70s to around 80 degrees. Janesville right now at 81. Madison at 79 degrees, and across Dane County, still 83 degrees in Stoughton, 80 degrees in Sauk City, and 79 in Wanakee. Otherwise, look for skies become mostly clear this evening as any showers east of Madison come to an end. Low temperatures dropping into the middle 60s, but will drop into the upper 40s by morning, and that'll set up a cool day for tomorrow. But later on, I'll take a look at temperatures that could be close to records by the end of the holiday weekend.
All right, Gary, and a live look right now at southwest Florida. This image from Naples, and as you can see, it's a little choppy out there. Still a few people on the beach as Hurricane Idalia is brewing out in the Gulf of Mexico. Idalia expected to make landfall tomorrow morning as a Category 3 hurricane. 22 counties are currently under some type of evacuation order, with Idalia threatening a 12-foot storm surge in some areas and the potential for at least 111-mile-an-hour sustained winds. In Tampa, forecasters say the storm surge could hit 7 feet, which could cause significant flooding in one of Florida's largest cities.
So if you can just go in 10, 20 miles inland where the water won't be an issue, that's what we are advising to all of our residents, and do it now.
Governor Ron DeSantis said the storm's track has shifted slightly to the west, but it's still too early to predict exactly where it will make landfall. Republicans at the state capitol want a new official leading Wisconsin elections. They took the next step today toward firing Megan Wolf, but it's not a done deal. Political reporter Will Keneally shares what comes next for Wolf.
On a normal day, you'd see through these doors here what's essentially a very public job interview. And that's what was scheduled today. Public testimony on the confirmation for the state's top elections official. But after weeks of political trickery, that yielded what we saw today, an empty chair.
Considering what happened after the 2020 elections and since, we are in a world of crazy for next year.
That's the fear for local election officials if the Republican Senate votes to oust the woman who's been leading Wisconsin elections since 2019. Lisa Tollefson is that longtime local clerk for Rock County.
We need strong leadership, and Megan has proven that. With her guidance, her questions, being accessible when we need her to help make decisions, to help make sure we are doing elections correctly.
But Republicans took one step closer to firing her. And here's where that trickery comes in. Normally, confirmation for this post starts in the bipartisan commission that oversees state elections, heads over to the state Senate for approval, then back to run the agency. Now, the Senate could take that appointment and ultimately reject it, firing that person. For this, the commission wants Wolf to remain in place and used a procedural trick to keep her on. Now, the Senate used their own trick to try and force her through. And that's where we are today. The Senate saying that they are moving ahead with the ball in their court anyway. Now, the committee has to hold a public hearing before voting on Wolf, so the next meeting, they could vote to fire her. We asked the chair of the committee when we could see that happen next.
I would say, well, we have a floor session coming up mid-month of September, so it's at this point in time we're queuing up bills toward those floor sessions.
Now, even if the Senate does vote to fire Wolf, some of those safeguards that the commission put in place could keep her in her job. We'll likely see this all play out in court. Reporting from the Capitol, Will Keneally, News 3 Now.
The University of North Carolina has identified the faculty member shot to death yesterday at UNC Chapel Hill as Zijie Yan. Yan was an associate professor in the Department of Applied Physical Sciences in the university's College of Arts and Sciences. Doctoral student Tai Shi has been identified as the suspect. Authorities took Shi into custody about an hour and a half after that shooting. His UNC bio page, which has since been deleted, listed him as a grad student in the Department of Applied Physical Sciences. He did not enter a plea at a brief appearance. The judge ordered him held without bail. Shi faces a minimum sentence of life in prison if convicted on that murder charge. Reducing the cost of prescription drugs has long been a priority for Democrats in Congress. Today, President Biden unveiling the names of 10 drugs that will be subject to price negotiations for Medicare. The medicines treat heart conditions, certain cancers, diabetes, and autoimmune diseases. The Department of Health and Human Services says about 9 million Medicare patients took the medicines on the list and paid nearly $3.5 billion out of pocket for them last year.
Instead of using all your energy to fight the disease, you're fighting insurance or drug companies for medicines that literally keep you alive. Without them, you're not going to be here.
Once the negotiated prices are set, they will take effect in 2026. The price negotiation program is part of the Inflation Reduction Act that Congress approved last year. First heroin, then fentanyl, now even more powerful synthetics could fuel the U.S. opioid epidemic. They're called netazines and go by the street name Frankenstein. A new study shows they could be 10 times stronger than fentanyl. It says patients who overdose on Frankenstein opioids often require 2 or more doses of Narcan to survive. Fentanyl overdoses usually need just 1. Although the synthetics have been around a while, researchers say providers need to be ready to encounter them more often. A new study found marijuana use disorder is more severe in people who use both medical and recreational cannabis. The study indicated that using both leads to a more severe addiction than using medical marijuana alone. The study quizzed nearly 110,000 patients of Kaiser Permanente in Washington State. An investigator at Kaiser's Research Institute says the main take-home message of the study is that cannabis use disorder is common among primary care patients in a state where it's legalized. According to the CDC, cannabis use disorder, or CUD, means a person has 2 or more symptoms like using more than intended, being unable to quit, or experiencing withdrawal. The study was conducted in the state of Washington, one of the first states to fully legalize cannabis. The Writers and Screen Actors Guilds have been on strike for a vast majority of the summer. And despite the recent booms of films like Barbie and Oppenheimer, movies slated for release later this year are being delayed. Jalen Banks joins us now with how those delays may impact moviegoers. Jalen?
Just this week, Warner Brothers announced the delay of the highly anticipated Dune Part 2. The reason for that being due to the strikes, writers and actors cannot promote the film. Today, I caught up with moviegoers on how those types of delays impact their experience at the theater.
I mean, movies are the escapism that we have as guests, as getting out and just having escapism for 2 hours or 3 hours.
Whatever movie it is, it helps me just kind of relieve myself from whatever's going on in my everyday life, and also like spark things that I've never thought of.
That's what the theater has been for people for decades. But with the Writers Guild of America and Screen Actors Guild's summer-long battle against major studios, getaway movies could be in danger, with major films like Dune Part 2 getting delayed from November of this year to spring of 2024.
Obviously, as a moviegoer, I want movies to come out ASAP, you know, especially when you see like the sneak peeks and the previews and you get excited about it, and then you realize it's like 2 years down the line. But on the other side of the coin is I'm also willing to wait if it means giving the rights to the actors and the writers the rights that they need.
And just as moviegoers have to adjust, so do the theaters themselves, which is what Wisconsin's Marcus theaters have done with multiple promotions since the days of the pandemic.
We've been really working on different types of programs, throughout COVID and after and during. We want to make sure we can give guests other opportunities. We want to give the guests what they want to see, but we want to give them what they want to see in the movie theater where movies were meant to be seen.
Negotiations between studios and the two guilds are currently on hold.
Jalen, thank you. More stories straight ahead at 5 from Taiwan to Prairie du Sac. We'll introduce you to a Sauk Prairie High School new Mandarin Chinese teacher and share more about the program that brought her overseas to Wisconsin. And on Wall Street, strong numbers across the board today. The Dow jumping almost 293 points. The NASDAQ adds 239. The S&P gains more than 64. We'll be right back.
I'm Scott the Window Guy with AHT Wisconsin Windows. Our solid core. Sorry everyone, I get a notification every time I get a positive review online.
Makeup.
Thanks Dawn, we think our windows are pretty great too.
Take two.
I'm Scott the Window Guy with AHT Wisconsin Windows. Our solid core, composite frame, triple pane windows are worth a positive review at scottthewindowguy.com.
Cut! Somebody give me his phone.
Again? Seriously?
Set summer in motion with the most electrifying Honda vehicles yet. Like the CR-V and the Accord, both with available hybrid powertrains. Designed to deliver more thrilling performance and more innovative tech. Make every adventure more electrifying with Honda, the most awarded brand in Car and Driver 10 Best history. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
Steinhafels is your sleep solution destination. We have all the best brands at the best prices. And with our 120-night sleep guarantee and free delivery, you can't make a mistake. At Steinhafels, we take the time to fit you with the perfect mattress, giving you the best night's sleep possible. Rest easy when you use Steinhafels' 72-month special financing. Shop in-store or online at steinhafels.com.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So, what are your favorite local date spots?
Oh, yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eau Claire.
Oh. Jane, I'm Steve from Security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
Life's better when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you work so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
They spent months writing this handbook, and these particular provisions that he took out were the hardest fought.
The Monona Grove School District is abuzz with controversy after modifications to its handbook. What changes sparked a teacher protest.
It all comes down to the final drive. News 3 Now brings you the big play highlights and scores from Southern Wisconsin high school football action. Don't miss the final drive, Fridays on News 3 Now at 10. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Students at Sauk Prairie High School have a unique opportunity this year. A fully funded visiting teacher from Taiwan will be teaching Mandarin at the school. Our Catherine Merck spoke with the new teacher about what she's bringing to the classroom and the community around her.
This year at Sauk Prairie High School, students will get experience from over 7,000 miles away, right in their own classrooms.
The students here, most of them, they do not really have the opportunity to access to some Asian languages and culture.
Sauk Prairie High School didn't have a Mandarin program before Lo Yuting's arrival. Through the Teachers of Critical Languages program, she'll be able to both teach students and participate in community outreach outside of just the classroom.
We saw this as a really unique opportunity to bring and introduce Mandarin to Sauk Prairie students,
but to have someone from Taiwan teaching her own language here in the community is something we just couldn't say no to.
The staff here tells me that the Teachers of Critical Languages program is 1 year long and is very competitive. We have more information on it on our website at channel3000.com. Reporting from Sauk Prairie, I'm Catherine Merck, News 3 Now.
And a reminder to keep a special eye out for those in crosswalks as students go back to school. Outside Franklin Elementary School, crossing guards are getting ready for the upcoming school year. Crosswalk training is vital to make sure kids can walk safely in and out of their schools. As the academic year ramps up, drivers should slow down and avoid distractions to help keep students safe.
Giving yourself time to read and react to the unpredictability at times of what students are doing. We as crossing guards do our best to sort of reduce that unpredictability, but we can only do so much.
So always pack your patience, especially early in the year as newer, very young students are still learning when to follow instructions from their crossing guards. It's all part of a community effort to keep pedestrians safe this school year. Fun for the whole family at the Viola Zoo. It's extending its Family Fun Days with 2 more events this season. Family Fun Days began during the COVID-19 pandemic. Since the zoo is outdoors and social distancing was possible, but it's been so successful, the zoo decided to keep it going. In late July, a storm knocked out power to the zoo's carousel, so it had to cancel the August event. Because of that, Family Fun Days are being extended to this upcoming Sunday, September 3rd, and also Sunday, October 1st, where families can enjoy plenty of zoo amenities for free.
The train and carousel are free for Family Fun Days, so admission and parking are always free. But this is a day when you can truly come to the zoo and not have to worry about any costs associated with anything.
Also be keeper chats held around the zoo throughout the day. The Glacier Grill and Gift Shop will also have specials at that time. Cooler air moving into our region tonight. Here's Gary with more on our forecast, but also keeping a close eye on what they're trying to get ready for down in the southeast, Gary.
Yeah, well, we're cooling down. Boy, the tropics really heating up. Hurricane warnings are in effect just north of Fort Myers through Tampa, over toward Panama City, and all the way into parts of southern Georgia. Tropical storm warnings along the east coast of Florida, all the way through Charleston, South Carolina, and parts of North Carolina with tropical storm watches to the north. Hurricane Idalia, now a powerful Category 2 hurricane with maximum sustained winds of 100 miles an hour, gusts to 120. You can see it's getting better organized now out of the Gulf of Mexico, where the waters are unusually warm. And the forecast from the National Hurricane Center takes it northward and strengthens it into a Category 3 hurricane as it makes landfall sometime early on Wednesday morning, somewhere right along the Florida Panhandle. And notice the curvature of the coastline here. A lot of times that allows the water to pile up, and you can get a pretty strong storm surge from Tampa northward right along the coast. They could see a storm surge of up to 7 to 8 feet as that storm moves inland, still maintaining hurricane force winds as it pushes through southern Georgia and then hugs the coast as it moves through the Carolinas and then back out into the Atlantic Ocean as a powerful tropical storm at that point. Now around here we've had just a few sprinkles of rain over parts of Dodge County and Jefferson County. Those will be gone probably in the next hour or two. Otherwise, most of the rain has been over northeastern Wisconsin and Door County. Out to the west, nothing going on. And then our temperatures start to heat up. After the cool weather the next couple of days, we could be looking at more record warm heat as we head toward the end of the weekend and into the Labor Day holiday weekend. So record high temperature, a possibility Sunday. We've got a forecast high of 92. Record is 92. Forecast high of 93 on Labor Day. The record high is 94. And a forecast high of 92 with a record high of 93 on Tuesday. Nighttime low temperatures also could be close to record warm low temperature levels for Labor Day and for Tuesday itself. 3 things you need to know, though. In the short term, it's going to be cool through tomorrow night. Lows in the upper 40s, highs tomorrow only in the lower 70s. We warm up as we head into the weekend, probably 80s by Friday and Saturday, and then the new record heat moves in for the end of the weekend and into the first part of next week. It looks like temperatures will stay above normal through then, and we could use the rain. This is the 10-day precipitation outlook, not calling for much, if any, rain through southern Wisconsin. Part of that could be because as Idalia moves in, notice the rest of the country, very quiet. High pressure aloft is just keeping the weather dry, and it's going to stay that way for a while. Planning your night across Dane County. 50 for the low in DeForest, 50 in Sauk City, and 49 in Middleton. Chilly night out there. 44 for the low in Camp Douglas, and 52 down in Monroe. But tomorrow should be mostly sunny, still on the cool side with a high temperature of 72. First warn 7 to 10 day forecast, though. We go up from 77 on Thursday to 83 Friday, 88 Saturday, and then record or near record heat Sunday, Monday, Labor Day, and then Tuesday. High temperatures well above normal, just a slight chance of a shower or thunderstorm into the middle part of next week. As we check out first warn traffic right now, here's the traffic map around the Beltline. Just a little bit of slowdown westbound on the Beltline around Seminole Highway. Eastbound, just a little bit of a delay around Monona Drive and Stoughton Road. As far as travel times are concerned, just a couple of minutes above normal on the Beltline, either direction between University Avenue and the interstate. 19 minutes inbound from Sun Prairie to downtown. That same trip on the outbound side will take you 21 minutes. I-3990 from the Beltline to Janesville is 23 minutes, and US 12 Midland to Sauk City, 16 minutes today. That's your News 3 Now First Warn traffic.
Gary, thank you. Many Americans wrapping up their summer vacations are already planning their next trip. We're taking a closer look at the predicted upsurge in travel for the fall. Stay with us.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Save on your next paint project with 11% off everything at Menards. Style your home with Ultra Interior Paint and Primer with a smooth finish that provides great coverage. Pick up a gallon starting at just $19.29 after rebate. For a paint that covers in one coat, choose Pittsburgh Grand Distinction Interior Paint. This premium paint and primer comes in over 700 one-coat colors and offers excellent durability. Now $32.89 per gallon after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
This summer, happiness is a new Chevy. You can go farther, tow more, and bring along everyone you love. Your road to happiness begins in a new Chevy. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 Crew Cab LT Turbo Max pickups, or current Chevy owners get $7,500 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
You got me. Okay, you're it.
Imagine a world with no drama. For the guarantee of high-quality promotional items delivered on time, go to 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
You work hard enough. Take a load off this Labor Day with new appliances from Brothers Maine. Celebrate the holiday with unbeatable deals on top brands like GE Appliances, Cafe, Hotpoint, and Haier. Don't miss out. Shop the Labor Day sale at Brothers Maine today.
Create your perfect room for entertaining, relaxing, and more with patio enclosures. Right now, get up to $6,500 off your sunroom. Plus, enjoy exceptional financing. Call today.
Patio enclosures.
There's a reason big dental bills often come as a shock. Because sometimes you don't realize what's not covered until you get the bill. That's why affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual is important. It can give you benefits that go beyond what you get from more limited coverage plans. Because no one likes a big dental bill, especially if you're retired or on a fixed income. For a free information kit, call or go online now. This isn't some discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance that helps cover over 350 procedures, like cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures, at any dentist you want. Dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company helps cover preventive care, basic work, and major procedures with no deductibles and no annual maximum. For your free information kit with all the details, call now or visit sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
Get ready for an improved news experience. The all-new Channel 3000 News app is here. Experience a website-like layout and swipe through articles without returning to the home screen. Download the Channel 3000 News app, powered by News 3 Now. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Travel has boomed this summer, and it appears the rest of the year will be just as busy compared to 2022. Wendy Gillette shares what's expected for the rest of the travel season and when you need to book for the holidays.
Victoria and Emra Bilgin from Potomac, Maryland, headed for France this summer, along with millions of Americans who flocked to Europe despite dramatically higher airfares.
America's getting more expensive and it's cheaper to go abroad.
They stayed at the film and fashion-focused Hotel Martinez in Cannes, which we also visited for a special rate. It boasts spacious suites overlooking the Mediterranean Sea, including penthouses with a couple of the largest terraces in Europe, art installations, a new spa, and a hopping retro beach club.
In terms of Americans, we see that the number is even greater than in 2019, so they are really back.
Forecasts show worldwide travel is also going to be busy the rest of the year.
More than 5,000 travel industry professionals recently gathered here at Bellagio in Las Vegas for Virtuoso Travel Week. The luxury travel network expects to see sales around the world up almost 50% compared to last fall.
And yes, travelers should already be thinking about the holidays. Virtuoso finds sales and bookings for December 17th through January 7th are up 17% compared to last year.
This holiday season, we expect the rates to be equal to what they were last year, if not even a little bit higher.
Some destinations will offer a bit more value the rest of the year. Virtuoso expects this fall rates will be down slightly in Athens and decrease significantly in Palm Beach, Florida, and Cabo San Lucas, Mexico. And over the holidays, travelers can look for cheaper rates in New York and Vail, Colorado, and substantial savings in Los Angeles.
You should already be booking your holidays because there is so much demand for this year that everything is filling up very quickly.
If the beach beckons this holiday season, Virtuoso predicts Mexico, Costa Rica, and the Caribbean will be filling up with Americans. Wendy Gillette, CBS News.
And speaking of holiday travel, if you book through Google Flights, you may notice a new feature next time you're looking at airfares. That new feature is guidance from Google on the cheapest time to book a flight, which supplements price tracking alerts and a price guarantee option already in place. Whether you want to avoid or follow the holiday crowds, the search engine has you covered there too. It released the most searched travel destination on Google Flights from trips between late December and early January. And the most sought out travel destination was Cancun. A Turkish-Dutch airline knows how disruptive children can be on planes. That's why Corendon Airlines is testing a special section for passengers 16 years and older. Starting in November, travelers can book a seat in the adult-only zone on flights between Amsterdam and Curacao for a child-free flight environment. The section includes 9 extra-large seats, 93 standard seats. Walls and curtains separate them from the rest of the aircraft. The only adult zone costs an extra $49 for a standard seat and about $108 for the extra-large. If the trial period on the Amsterdam-Curacao route is successful, Corendon Airlines plans to expand the only adult zone to more routes based on demand. Gary's back. Final check of your First Warn forecast in just a moment.
Action! Get up to 60% off list prices on hundreds of items at the huge Labor Day sale at Slumberland Furniture. Incredible deals. This awesome reclining sectional comes with a free recliner. Or this 5-piece dining set for $3.99. This soft gray sofa with the free matching chair, both for $4.88. How about a Lazy Boy recliner as low as $3.98? Plus new 24-month no-interest financing. Up to 60% off at the huge Labor Day sale at Slumberland Furniture. Do not miss this one.
This right here is confidence in a bottle.
Not only does it change you on the outside, but something in the inside, knowing that you're looking better.
It makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt in my life.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Well, today we're going to see one for ourselves and let you be the judge. It's called Plexiderm, and lifestyle expert Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video, and you'll notice the model has bags underneath his eyes and some sagging, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face, and that's how easy it is.
All right, what's the active ingredient?
Okay, so it's silicates that are minerals found in shale rock, and what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes in as little as 10 minutes, no prescriptions, and very little effort. Even watching the video, this is a real, it's a model, but it's a real guy with real bags underneath his eyes.
My real true opinion is holy words I can't say on camera. This is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It was amazing. It feels good. Feels great. Looks even better.
And I did this to my father. We were at home, so we applied it to his under eye bags, and let me tell you, we were so excited. In under 10 minutes, they visibly disappeared from view, and now it is literally part of both of our daily routines. He calls me every single month saying, "Hey, Annette, I'm out of Plexiderm. Please send me more. And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles. The way you want to do it is you want to have a clean, dry face. You use a small amount because it's so powerful. You have high school reunions, you have events you want to go to, you want to look years younger. This is it.
This Labor Day is the best time to try Plexiderm at our starter price of only $14.95. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
You got me.
Tag. You're it. Imagine a world with no drama. With 4imprint, you don't have to chase down the perfect promotional products. Exclusive apparel, bags, drinkware, and more. 4imprint will help you capture the moment and guarantee to deliver your order on time and on budget. Take the drama out of ordering promotional products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
We've got a lot of news to cover tonight. Good news about the price of some prescription drugs. What to know about the White House's new policy that could lower the cost of crucial medications, including those that treat cancer and diabetes. That and more news tonight on the CBS Evening News.
And concern from teachers in Monona regarding job security after a change in the teacher's handbook. We spoke with union members calling for more open and transparent communications. We'll have that story tonight at 6. A rare corpse flower finally opened its petals this week at the Huntington Library near Los Angeles, giving off the smell of rotting flesh. There's actually an evolutionary reason for it. The corpse flower uses flies for pollination, so smelling like something that has died tends to attract those insects. It also attracts curious people, as we've seen around here through the years. They rush to the scene when they can because the corpse flowers only bloom every few years, and when they do, you can only enjoy that stench for about 48 hours. I usually draw
48 hours too long for me.
Gary doesn't like it when it's at Old Brick. Final check of the forecast around here. Pretty nice.
Right now it looks pretty good. We've got almost clear skies here at the WISC-TV studios, but Platteville Quebe Radio Sky Cam, a few buildups of clouds there, even a few sprinkles through parts of Jefferson and Rock and Walworth counties. Those should be over within the next hour or two. Otherwise, temperatures pretty comfortable. 81 Janesville, 79 in Madison, low 80s out to the west, a little cooler closer to Lake Michigan.
Pretty nice out there, Gary. Thanks. We're back in 30 minutes for News 3 Now at 6. Stay tuned now for the CBS Evening News.